Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular day for college football in the house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Coming out with it, it's Douglas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Running to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give on the inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Douglas. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw and make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Trick 9B.
Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They run the reverse. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got it past the marker. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Noles with the 1st and 10. The give from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range.
Timeout, Texas.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Ready.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On the run, it's Baxter. Oh, it's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. You got 2.
The give to the back. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scoreless.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Flag. Shield. Shield.
The give is to Williams. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 14 to Ohio State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense got to be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Golden. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Makes his connection. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. He's got it on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Ewers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Kyle.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Blasted as he lets it go. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block, and the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Pressure comes. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On third down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got time. They've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. He looks that one in nicely. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Going right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fair catch called for and made. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Running back carry. Marked down at the 48-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Set, ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Sending the offense back onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
Caught behind the line. It's Golden. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course, he was going to be going towards his primary target, but just can't hook up for the completion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab, and they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Wants to throw. It's Ewers. Coming after it. Going to try to get it himself. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
After an unproductive first half and opening drive in the second half, the offense finally finding a little something to jumpstart them. They've got a first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. He's going to pass on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got it down the middle. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third.
Florida State 10, Texas 0.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed behind the line. It's Golden. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week?
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
The give is to Williams. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Back to pass. It's Uiagalelei. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
And the Seminoles are on the move. Handoff to the single running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away?
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Takes the handoff. It's Blue. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wide receiver shows motion. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken.
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I like it. Take the shot, throw it to the end zone, try to make a play, give your receiver a chance to make it. You know, you got to make plays. You're trailing late in the fourth quarter and you need touchdowns. Like, you got to come up with something big, and this offense just wasn't able to do it. Now, defense is going to have to go pull out some miracles, maybe an onside kick. Something great's going to happen to get back in this ball game.
He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The play action fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense, because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Makes the grab outside. It's Williams.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go. Cooler 18. Cooler 18. 6 propane. 6 propane. Guards.
The receiver on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down?
1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite. Ready.
Looking downfield, it's Uiagalelei. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And it's right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking for space, it's Baxter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.